So this is the Jumper EZBOOK 3 Pro, a genuine Intel quad-core CPU, 6 gigs of RAM and a 1080p display. It's not as good as a gorilla playing the drum, let's face it. As far as this thing compared to any ChromeBook within its price range, this could be a genuine option to consider. We're going to open this thing up, so let's get started. So let's crack this thing out and we'll take a look at it. As far as the unboxing experience, I'm not going to show that bit because there really isn't. You get the laptop and that's about it. As far as the internal guts of this thing, I know I mentioned at the start, but let's recap the specs. Windows 10 Home Edition, Intel Apollo Lake N3450, up to 2.2 GHz, 6 GB of DDR3 RAM, dual band Wi-Fi, 64 GB of eMMC storage, 13.3 inch display and a slot for an M.2 SSD. So the keyboard on the Jumper EZBOOK 3 Pro was a genuinely nice surprise. I've been using this laptop now for about a week and a half and the typing experience is good. I like the font, I like the fact that there's very little to no flex in the centre of the keyboard. However, the spacebar did feel a little bit on the spongy side, which I'm not a fan of. As far as weirdness goes, there's a microphone just above the F8 key, which is a bit weird. It should be next to the webcam. As far as the FN key, you get access to the screen brightness, volume controls and a vast array of multimedia options can also be accessed by the FN key. Overall, the keyboard on this £200 laptop is more than good. It's actually brilliant. So how about that trackpad? Is it as good as the keyboard? Well, the answer is a resounding no. The build quality is pretty damn cheap and you can actually see that close up. I like the notch cutout though, but the trackpad has good pressure detection and the left and right keys on the bottom work absolutely fine. You can travel the entire screen. The trackpad is more than big enough. My only complaint and my only gripe was it feels like a really fine sandpaper and I'm not a big fan of the texture on this thing. But I must say it did work absolutely fine. Quickly touching on the base of the laptop, you got the cover for the M.2, you got 2 bottom firing speakers and 4 rubber feet. Not a big fan of bottom firing speakers. If you use this thing on your lap, this audio is going to be a little bit muffled. Now as far as port selection goes, you've got a mini HDMI, you got USB 3.0 and you got your power input along with a reset switch on side number 1. On the other side you got the headphone jack, another USB 3.0 and a micro SD card slot capable of supporting up to 128 GB. Not bad. Now, other than the M.2 support, my favourite thing about this laptop is the display. I've been watching a lot of YouTube and Netflix, a true 1080p IPS panel, so this display, unlike other cheap TN panels, it doesn't suffer from colour shifting whatsoever. As far as the max brightness achievable, it actually does a pretty good job. It can get pretty dim and it can get pretty bright. It could do with a few extra nits, but on the whole, £200, this is not bad at all. Pretty damn impressive. So just to give you guys more of an idea on how good this display is, I've stacked it next to a £600 Acer Swift 3 with a Core i5 and I'm going to show you exactly what an actual YouTube clip at 1080p looks like. So let me know in the comments if you think it actually stacks up against a more expensive option. Now as far as the built-in webcam, other than the fact it doesn't have a microphone anywhere near the actual camera itself and it's located near the bottom of the screen, which can be a little bit annoying, it does take a decent-ish picture for the actual camera itself, but the actual video quality, as you can see, it doesn't actually distort or lag or any of that good stuff, so you can make some Skype calls, but I would actually use like a pair of headphones with a mic to get a better experience. So guys, if you want a well-made, well-rounded, general-purpose laptop, or even a Chromebook alternative just to do a bit of web browsing, maybe send a couple of emails, watch some YouTube, Netflix, this is definitely one to consider. That stunning display, the beautiful keyboard, the port selection, links are in the video description if you guys want to check it out. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll try my best to answer them. Until next time, my name is Mike and this is Tech404. I'll catch you next time.